What's up, guys? So here we have our fourth and final pack to review today. So we'll go ahead and get into it.
Alright guys, this is your old school large Alice pack. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, are familiar with these. Probably everybody at one point in their lives had one of these, and if not, you should have. This is a great pack, a vintage pack, but still very serviceable, very useful pack. This one here maybe has seen its better days, but it's still very serviceable pack. This one happens to be the large. The medium can be used with or without the frame. The large has to have the frame. This one does. Nice padded straps, lumbar pad for your back and kidneys. Here's your belt. On the outside of this, on each side, we have a 1-quart U.S. canteen, as well as a U.S. Arctic canteen with cup. If you get these canteens, guys, get the cup. It might cost you an extra $6 to $10 depending on where you get them, but it's a must-have. Metal container, boil water, eat out of, multi-purpose. Get the cup. So we have canteens on both sides. Also on the outside of this, with this pack, there's plenty of webbing and stuff where you can attach whatever you want. This is just a little first aid kit. This one's empty, but it's the old school Vietnam era first aid case and pouch. Alice clips on the back for your web gear, pistol belt, whatever. So we have that on the outside. Here on the outside we just have a pistol mag pouch. This one is also very convenient, and what I generally carry in here is a Leatherman multi-tool. I have a large Leatherman that fits perfect in this pouch, and I keep it on the outside so it's easily accessible, and if I need it while I'm at camp, or even better yet on the trail or something, I don't have to stop and dig through everything to get my multi-tool because it's right there on the outside. Bottom of the large Alice has 3 pockets. Big enough. Here on the right side we have your World War II style U.S. mess kit. Very similar to the Vietnam era, as with the fry pan and stuff, only the top piece is more like a dinner plate and doesn't have the divider for the mess kit. Here's the next example. This is like your Vietnam era U.S. mess kit. Has your divider in the top piece. Bottom's a little deeper on this one, and as you can see, this one's been used quite a bit. Good for cooking over the fire. Also just a good dish to have. There's your utensils, frying pan. Up here closer to the top we have 3 more pockets with just snap closures on them. They're smaller than the bottom 3. They're still very good sized pockets. There's my whole hand inside of one, clear up to the wrist. Inside the pack also has the radio pouch attached to the upper back of the pack. The lid on these also has that Velcro little map pocket. This one's a little ragged. Like I say, you consider the age on some of these packs. We're lucky to have them at all. And they're still very useful, very serviceable. Loosen this up so you can open it fully. Inside we have a old school sleeping bag cover or a liner, and this is good. Use with your old school mummy bags. your down bags, or even use this with the military wool blanket. This feels a lot better on your skin than that wool. Some people have allergies, and even if you don't, it just gets a little irritating after a while with that wool. This is just an extra layer. Or in the summertime, if you just want something lightweight, sometimes I use this without a blanket at all. Just crawl in this, and you're warm, but you're still cool. You don't overheat. Other than that, and this is a huge pack, you guys can see. You can really stuff this, like I said, unless you're a young, in shape guy. Most of these packs you've seen today, you would think would be ideal bug out bags. And if you have some means of conveyance, like a canoe, a four-wheeler, a truck, any type of vehicle, or a horse, you know, if you're not the one carrying this thing, by all means load it up. But you guys that think you're going to have these giant bags full of all this stuff, you know, before shit hits the fan, test it. Load it up with what you think you're going to be carrying, including your water and your ammo and your food and all that, and then go outside and try to walk 10 feet with it, let alone climbing a ridge and jumping a creek and running up and down and all around, because you're only fooling yourselves, guys. You know, I'm sure a lot of you are in better shape than I am, and that's fine. You load down some of these packs full of gear, you're not going very far very fast, so don't fool yourselves. Here in the bottom, have a very large, heavy duty rubberized full tarp with these tie out points here on the edges all the way around. And I'm not sure the dimensions on this thing. It's huge. Cover half your backyard. I know for sure it used to cover a Striker vehicle. So, because I got this from a buddy of mine, and this is another item he managed to bring back as a souvenir that I ended up with. And this is huge. This would make a huge shelter. Definitely waterproof. This is heavy duty, thick. It's heavy to carry. That's why it's in this pack with the frame, because if you were to tote that thing around, you'd get tired. But as far as the shelter goes, that's heavy duty. You know, and I just want to give a shout out to all our men and women that serves in all branches of our armed forces, because without them there wouldn't even be a need for some of this kind of stuff, and we wouldn't end up with any of it to use for ourselves. So some people, you know, it's one thing to get online and order this gear, or go to your local surplus store and all that, but I personally have several pieces that was given to me, gear that I know was carried and used in places like Fallujah and Baghdad. And you know, when you have a piece of gear like that and you actually know some of the stories behind it, it's just a cool piece of history. And you know, fortunate for me and for my bro, that he was able to return home with his life and his limbs, let alone these trinkets, these souvenirs that are, you know, worthless to some people who have paid the ultimate sacrifice and the ultimate price. And you know, I just want to thank all of our veterans of all branches for what they do every day, and for putting their lives on the line, not only for us Americans, but for people all over the world. But I'm just fortunate to have the few pieces that I got, that I know my bro used in the field, under fire, and nice little souvenirs that I'm going to be able to pass on to my kids, because this stuff is built to last a lifetime. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in today and seeing some of what we got. And as we go through more, we'll get some more videos up. Any of these packs or anything you've seen today, if you want to see a special review on it, just ask. We can go over it in depth, and we can actually get them fully loaded and get out in the field if we're able to carry them. Because like I say, these are the real deal packs, guys, and you can really fit a lot of stuff in them. But thanks for watching, and see you next time. EDC knife update. Currently carrying the Kershaw Speed Safe. Not sure the actual model number of this. It was a birthday present I've had for a while, and it's just been sitting around with the collection, and recently decided to swap it out. Not sure how good you can see that. Starting to lose daylight here, but I've been carrying this a couple days and I kind of like it. Kershaw Speed Safe.